Welcome everybody to round, I think, what is it, 6 of ICR. We are here in Suzuka today, and the Japanese Grand Prix, it seems like this will be a very interesting race. We have 11 drivers today, not the highest threshold of grid, but we do have some very good drivers out here today, and I'd say Insult is going out of his garage right now to set a lap. And I'd say the favorite today is 6 Deefy, as always. As Insult gets out on his flying lap, the American reserve driver. A few cars are on outlaps now. Nico out. Insult already out. Happy Man has come out. So 3 cars on the track right now. We're waiting to see if any more drivers exit the pit lane. I think they're all sitting waiting for now. Let the first 3 go out and show their skill, their mettle. As Insult now rounding the hairpin on his outlap. So now Insult gets ready to start his flying lap. And he's flying down the pit straight. As now we get ready for turn 1. Breaks into the corner. Comes out of turn 2. Now through the S's. This part of the track, if you nail it, you'll gain time. And if you don't, you'll lose it. Or lose time, as with any other circuit really, or any part of a circuit. As now we get out of the S's. Oh, almost on the grass there. That is hard to nail sometimes. I've gone wide there and crashed before. As now we go through Degna 1 and Degna 2. So we saw some drivers get it wrong at Degna 2 last time. As we now go up the hill to the hairpin. You want to brake as you get to the end of the curb. Now we round that curb pretty nicely. And we're on to Spoon Curve. We have to go to this interesting flat out right-hander first. As now we come up to Spoon Curve. 2 tough angles. You got to get it just right. Get on the power just right coming off the corner. And now we come up the hill again. We're about to go over the bridge, the top half of the bridge this time, on top of Degna 2. And now we get ready for 130R. And we take that well. And now braking for the chicane. An Insult, although he won't have it for long. He could get, not really actually, because this end of the straight's pretty bendy, and now he comes in close to the pit wall and makes a dashed line. It's a 127.580. Not too shabby. Nico comes in behind and snatches that right from him, half a second quicker. Next up is Oleo6, who's on an outlap. Wait, no. Is he? Been on an outlap for quite a while. Either way, Happy Man is the next car on a flying lap. Next car on the track even, and as you go through 130R now. Happy Man now coming to the line, just coming in close to the pit wall the same way Insult did. He's not gone quicker than Nico. He's 4/10 off. Nico appears to have put a very good lap in as Edwin starts his lap. Who's next to come to the line? Kevin O'Reilly, it appears, but he's starting a lap. The number 48, the Irish reserve for Mercedes today. He starts his lap. Next up in AlphaTauri of Will A. Yep, as now he comes up to the line, and he starts his lap. A Red Bull, not Edwin, EX3 now, also starts his lap. And is that Six Latifi? Six Latifi has gone quickest. It is, for some odd reason, not giving me the updates when somebody goes quickest, but Six Latifi has just smashed Nico's time by half a second, which was half a second quicker than anybody else. Yes, that is quite interesting. Oh, what was that? That was a Red Bull of EX3. And then Six Latifi on his cooldown lap spins. Interesting from him. Happy Month's dropped it! Oh wait, no, he's already set a lap. Edwin goes third fastest. 8/10 down, almost 9. Six Latifi, the Hasses are clear of anybody else today. And a Mercedes comes to the line, I think that's Kevin O'Reilly. And he sets 128.6. He is the caboose of the drivers to set a lap right now. Will, however, is looking to change that for sure. As he comes to the line, what will it be? Oh, he is not the caboose. He goes 5th. 1 second off the pace to Six Latifi, however. Nobody can get near him. And it appears we'll have a Haas 1 too. EX3 now boxes. He had not set a good enough lap, and he comes into the pit lane. Free Destroyer on his lap. Hasn't validated it. I don't know why this guy is here. Varun trying to set a fast lap. So now we go into Spoon Curve. Into the first turn. This camera angle's awful. We'll go on board. And now comes out of Spoon Curve. Why it's called Spoon Curve? Maybe because it's shaped a bit like a spoon. But I don't think it's shaped like a spoon, so maybe we'll look this up. We'll give it an ICR fun fact. Through 130R. Again, I wonder why they call it 130R. Japan is weird, man. Either way, now to the line, Varun. DRS on, quick burst to the line, and there must have been an error there because he's gone 2 seconds off the pace. Oh, and then he's doing some grass cutting. Valtteri Bottas style. Now Kevin O'Reilly is about to come into the pit lane. Is Edwin going for another lap or is no? pro corner taking. The VFE driver has taken a very pro corner. Oh, Nico's on an outlap. He's going again already. And is Will is going into the pit lane. Let's. Who else is on that? First Story is trying to set another lap. Insults on an outlap. Pierce Nico's just jumped him in everywhere possible. Maroon is on his lap back in, so we will ride along with Fritz Stroyer. Helmet looks good at least. That's a not interesting looking helmet. Fits his team. The number 21. It appears on his car. Man, we need Strat Racer back here. That's now Fritz Stroyer. Brakes for the chicane. Oh, okay, that looked like he jumped it, but no, I think he actually took it pretty well. As now he comes to the line, the qualifying pace merchant on this game's predecessor goes P9. Also nearly 2 seconds off the pace, so it tells me there was an error there. EX3's on a net lap. Nico's on an actual lap. A yellow flag in the... That's Fritz Stroyer. Another yellow flag. I don't know if Fritz Stroyer's just caused some sort of chaos. We need qualifying red flags. That'd be cool. It like winds the time. Actually, no, because they pause the clock. Either way, Nico into the chicane. Let's ride on board with him. Yep, getting a lot of rotation there. Quick dash to line. What will it be? Did he improve it? No, I think he was a little bit off actually. Yep, I think that was like 400ths or something off of his personal best so far. Six Latifi remains quite far ahead. Edwin has chosen to do some antics. Nico has as well and crashed out Are we nearing the session's end? I think we are. Because Nico's just driven straight into a wall. Which I've seen insult to the line. P3. Now, he's not doing too bad out there right now. Or no, wait, I think he was starting a lap. No, that was his lap. But we have 7 minutes left. Why did Nico do that? Was he upset about his previous time? I don't know. But I'm asking myself plenty of questions right now. As for once, the track is not have a yellow flag. Despite the fact that there's nobody on flying laps right now. Actually, I think Kevin O'Reilly has just started a flying lap. EX3. Oh, EX3's on a flying lap as well. That's cool. Okay, now he goes through Spoon Curve. This man is leading the World Championship right now, despite the fact that he is not the quickest driver on paper. But he's had the best attendance, and he's had some fairly good rounds. Six Latifi is trailing behind the man who is leading this qualifying session. And I think EX3 is actually getting a pretty fancy tow from his boss, Will. Oh, he's impeded by Will! Oh no! That is not good at all, and Will's barely keeping it alive out there as he tries to get to the front. Yeah, that's unfortunate, I think. I don't know. Was that EX3's first time lap? I think he's definitely just been impeded by Will. Oh, and EX3's getting in the way of that? Okay. That may need to be penalized, because that was 100% deliberate. I mean, the thing is, was Will's deliberate as well? I don't know. I think Will would have noticed a driver in his rearview mirror and gotten a hurry along with his start. But EX3 is just clear intentional. He'd finished his lap and decided to stick his nose down the inside of Will and spun him. As now, who's just gone quicker? I think Kevin O'Reilly has gone to the line 4/10 quicker than his previous time and set a pretty nice lap. Not too shabby. Did Six TV better his time? No. And he's just invalidated his new lap, so. Happy man in the garage. Who's on a flyer right now? Well, Will's lap is absolutely cooked. That's not going to be fun. Krister is on an outer. Edwin right now going to the line. If I'm correct, that's at least personal best sector 2. Maybe it's even purple sector 2. Can he somehow manage to get to the line and snatch P3 from insult? Oh no, he's boxed. How tragic. See boxes. That's interesting. Those two, EX3 and Will, are in a VC together. That's quite funny, actually. Krister starts his lap now. I don't know why his run times are so different from everyone else's. He's trying to be special as per usual. Anyways. First door now coming to the S's. Exits the S's. Around the hill. Let's see what his sector 1 split is. He's around a 10th up on his current time. That would put him only... What is that? He also just got on the grass a little bit coming down that straight. That would only put him 4/10 up. Yellow flag, I think that's for insult. The yellow flag thing is very weird there. Driver going slowly in turn 1. It's very weird. Like somebody going slowly into turn 1 puts what looks like a full course yellow on the track. As now, Frister is coming up out purple sector 2. Interesting. Something tells me that's just a personal best, but still. He's coming into the chicane, and he's gone very deep, and that will hurt his lap time, and he's gone to the pit lane, and he's hit the wall on the way into the pit lane. If he damaged his front wing, his session's over. He's not going to be able to get back out in time for another run. That is unfortunate. Why it's unfortunate, I must say. As now everybody's on their laps preparing themselves. Who's the nearest car on that lap? I think it's Insult. Yep, it is. He's gotten himself back round in time. He's the closest car to the finish line right now. Going down that back straight. Kind of interesting, there's grid boxes on this back straight. Do they start races from there sometimes? That'd be interesting. We need to bring back the shortened versions of circuits that they had on the older F1 games. We could do special event races there sometimes. It'd be funny if we had a separate lobby for like a sprint race that we'd do on the short circuit. That'd be cool. Oh man, why do I think of these things all the time? Either way, now the final chaos of qualifying here in Suzuka, the land of the rising sun. It kicks off with Insult. As he goes into the first corner. Looking pretty good. And can he jump Nico, who for some odd reason shunted himself into the wall? Oh, that is interesting. I think hopefully EX3 didn't impede. Oh, Insult's gone off the track. I think that's ruined his lap. I think if Insult clips that, EX3 could have himself another qualifying incident. Based on that one moment, he could already have himself in some hot water. Who currently is on a flying lap? Is EX3... Okay, I think Insult retired from the session, yep. EX3 is going to try to get to the line to set his lap. I think he'll make it quite comfortably. Yeah, 10 seconds. He'll make it just in time. But I think his hopes will be sunk because 6TV is 3/10 up on his current time. Flies into the chicane. Comes out of the chicane. He's done this really quickly, as now DRS quick burst to the line. It's even quicker. He's gone 2/10 quicker. As now Insult just drives it into a wall right behind. And yeah, 6TV there's nobody's touching him. I think Frister is gonna come. Actually, Frister has already finished his lap. Edwin is gonna come through the line next. What can he do? Can he get into P3 or even P2? I think he could try. Nope, he improves, but not enough. Who is next? I think it is. Yeah, it's Will. Surprisingly, not many drivers have actually come to the line. But Will is 2/10 up on his time. He could jump a few positions, try to get into P5 or P4. As now he rounds the final corner. Quick burst to the line just like everyone else. He goes P5. Very good. He set the same time as Edwin. But Edwin set it first a few minutes ago. And therefore, Edwin gets the time. And Happy Man comes to the line. And I don't think he's improved any. And that is wild. Actually, no, I think he actually jumped. Yeah, he jumped them because Will's now P6. And I think there's one car left to the line. Yeah, it's EX3. What can EX3 do? I think Oleo6 also set a lap. But EX3, it's the big talk now. The easy coming to the line. What can he set? Can he do anything to dethrone anybody here? What time will he get? P7. I don't think he improved any. So, your qualifying results. 6TV, the Italian P1. Nico P2, that's a Haas 1-2 in qualifying. Can they do it in the race? Then an American 3-4. Insult in the Ferrari and Happy Man in the Alpine. Edwin in the Red Bull. Will in the AlphaTauri. EX3 in the Red Bull. Will is in a Red Bull sandwich. Then Kevin O'Reilly P8. Ole 06 P9. Destroyer P10. And Varun P11. Yeah. Varun didn't have the best of days. don't know why I'm going to the race director here, but I just am. Six TV claims he bottled the 26.1 last corner. Oh my! Now set up on the formation lap in this absolute deluge. Six Latifi will be on pole. He's getting a bit slidey at the start. I told Will in a voice chat earlier today, I think that because there's less cars, this race would be more calm. I take back everything I said now. There is going to be 6 crashes on this first lap. Nobody will be able to drive in the wet. I remember this race last season. My parents had brought me home lunch, and I jokingly said I'm gonna leave and eat, and they were like, okay, and then I didn't, and then a safety car came out, and no, they jokingly said, leave now, we don't want you, and then a safety car came out, and I actually left, and they were like, no, why did you go? Well, now there's nobody here for me to lead the stream to, so I can't go. If I had food, I don't though. I already ate. Either way. Hopefully there's a safety car sometime early on because I need to use the restroom. Either way. Lots of possibilities for this race outcome. We could see 6 Latifi win another one and potentially even take back his spot at the top of the standings. We could see him crash, which leads to DNF or losing positions. That's what happened last week. He had got a somewhat rigged grid penalty, and he couldn't really fight back from it. He had a couple collisions. It just wasn't a good day in the office for him. It could be the same here, as now he lines up on the grid. And now we get ready on the grid. He's at the back, we're waiting for him, and we will wait for the green flag. First drawer doesn't know how to park. Right, here we go. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. The lights are out, and the foot's to the floor as 6 Latifi gets away fairly well. Nico tucks in behind, he's got Insult right alongside him as we dive into the first corner. Now, into turn 2, I don't think there's been any collisions yet. 6 Latifi has resumed his lead. As now we plunge into turn 3. No collision so far. This has been relatively clean, actually. Edwin fighting with the Mercedes of Kevin O'Reilly, I believe that is. Yep, it is. As now, it appears everyone's gotten away cleanly. 6 Latifi has flown away from his teammate at the start and left Nico to fend for himself. As now, what's going on behind? I think, is Insult going to go for a lunge? Nope. Keeps it controlled. And, oh, car off. That's Kevin O'Reilly. He's going off the Mercedes. He's managed to keep it controlled, but he is going off again. once you're off the track in the wet, it's hard to get back on it. As now the Alpines of Varun and Alpine of Varun and Red Bull of EX3 are fighting. EX3 goes down the inside there. Not much of a challenge for him. Oh, that's a pretty decent scrap at the back. As now Oleo 6 is right in front of them. Then Edwin, then the start of the top 5. Will, then Insult, who's fallen to Happy Man. Actually, Happy Man's gotten past him. Then Nico, then 6 TV. The Haas 1-2 has remained so far, but 6 TV appears to be getting all out of shape there. Everybody appears to be getting all out of shape there. We may actually keep monitoring who's back there. Destroyer not had the best of starts in the back. As Nico now just trying to keep his teammate within his vision, which will be even more blurred by the rain, and Happy Man is just trying to get up to him. And I don't know why, but the leader graphics being very weird. I don't have any data on anybody as now the data comes through, but and yes, we're seeing this is weird. Very weird. Oh, Nico's gone off the track, and Happy Man now has an opportunity, which he has not taken, but he's putting the pressure on 6 Latifi. What is going on with this graphic, mate? It is very interesting. I'll switch to the interval time now. Anyway, hopefully that sorts itself, but Happy Man. Oh, Nico! I don't know if you have a dry setup on or what, but you're struggling, mate. And now Happy Man is all over your gearbox, and the American's gonna try to go down the inside of the pole. They bang wheels a little bit. 6 TV, or not 6 TV. Nico is definitely moved, and Happy Man into P2. Insult right on their tail, trying to get involved. The reserve for Ferrari. As EX3 goes past Ole, but goes off the track in the process, and they're still alongside. As EX3 still trying to overpower him whilst rejoining the track. And they're still side by side. This could be very interesting going into 130R. And I think EX3 may have cleared him. Yes, he has. There's no move into 130R, unfortunately. Is there any moves going to the chicane, though? Not yet, but Happy Man. I think Happy Man may have gone off the road there. Because not only did it look like he was on the wet stuff, but now Nico's all over him, and 6 TV sets the fastest lap again. Absolutely no surprise. And the deltas appear to be fixed now. As now Nico could try to go down the inside here. This could be like Senna and Prost in 1990. No, they keep it more civilized, but Happy Man. Oh, Nico is just looking. He's raring to go. But he can't do anything yet. He has to wait. Because going for a move in such a narrow part of the circuit would be detrimental. As Insult also, it's like, come on, you two. Pick it up. I want to get past both of you. But it's hard to get past somebody when they're fighting somebody else, because then there's not much room for you to fit in. Oh, wow. Insult almost losing it on the straight. That shows how treacherous it is, and then he cuts that corner a little bit. I wonder if he got a warning for that. We will check that in a second. But this is just end-to-end action. Other than at the front, something's happened in the back. I think cars have collided, or just coincidentally two cars spun. No, there has to be a collision, because Kevin O'Reilly, Varun, and Destroyer have all come off. Something tells me these two right here reset the track. And now, yellow flag at the front. What's happened? Oh, Will! What happened? Did somebody close the door on you? What happened? Oh, no! That's unfortunate for the AlphaTauri, who's returning to his duties, not just as a driver, but as a league owner after being on holiday last week, and he has not had the greatest welcoming on the track, at least. As now Nico has gotten a bit of distance away from Happy Man, but he's closing it back down again. As now he just looks so much more on his line going through there, and this is quite the battle we got here between these three. I don't need to watch. This is just like real F1. I don't need to watch the leader, because we got action further down the field. As now Insult could try to go for it here. No, but he's forced Nico into a mistake, and he's gonna try to trying to fit his nose down the inside there without. Thank God he has some sense and backed out of that move, because that would have ended in tears for him and Nico. It probably would have been on Nico though. Oh, Kevin O'Reilly has retired in the pit lane. He's had enough. The man who 30 minutes before the race started pinged the owner asking for an invite despite not being signed up as retired in the pit lane. How interesting. As now Edwin is having to keep pressure from his teammate, and to be honest, Edwin's a nice guy, and we've seen driver swaps between these two before. I wouldn't be surprised if on the next straight, Edwin pulls over to the left or the right to let his teammate through. But no, it appears EX3 is having to lift off here, actually. I don't know what the plan is. I think Edwin's trying to defend his teammate here. I think that's the plan, and it's actually not worked. He's harming his own team, because Ole06 is now fighting EX3, but EX3 gets the better traction. I don't know if he has traction control in this race or not, but Ole does not get past him yet. But I think Edwin's hurting both of these two, and that he should let EX3 through. Back at the front now, Happyman definitely getting some distance between himself and Nico. And I think Edwin, I mean, either not or I don't know, but I think Edwin has been the gentleman and let EX3 through. And this is close. Oh, I think Edwin, trying to avoid hitting EX3, has just been given a little bit of a tap by Ole, because that looked like it was all out of sorts. But they're all still running and on the track and have not gone the wrong way yet, or faced the wrong way yet. So I think everything is fine, but definitely smart play for Edwin to let his teammate through, because look at the gap already, 7 tenths. Now Ole, I think, is also quicker than Edwin, because he's getting all over his gearbox, the iRacing driver. And yeah, Edwin just does not. Ole's car is much more flexible. It can go wherever he wants it to. Edwin doesn't have that control. Probably because one's on a controller and one's on a wheel, but still. Oh, he's taking so much tighter lines, gaining so much margins, and Edwin just cannot hold. And Ole has gone through. Thing is, can Edwin go quicker than Varun? And will Varun just glitch through Edwin? As now, Insult trying to stay near Nico. Nico has not stayed near Happyman. And I wonder what the forecast is for later on the race as Insult goes off the track. Something tells me him and track limits are not very good friends. And did he actually get a penalty for that? How ironic, he cut the corner and didn't get a penalty. What is this? But now he's all over the back of Nico. I wonder if Nico made a mistake. I'll tell you who's making mistakes is Insult, because he's going off the track at every possible opportunity. And Nico's actually, it looks like he's brought some time back on Happyman. I don't know if I mean, everybody's prone to a mistake in this torrential downpour. But, I mean, I don't know, I think, yeah, everybody's prone to a mistake. I feel like that's the only way people are gaining time on each other people making mistakes. Isn't that, okay, I'm gonna get a bit deep here, but isn't that just the concept of racing? Gaining on other people because they're not doing the optimal thing, and you're doing closer to the optimal thing or the optimal thing? Like not taking the right line or not accelerating at the right time. You're not following the perfect lap while somebody's following the perfect lap a bit better. Interesting. Either way, yeah, Insult all over the back of Nico. This is really almost the only battle going on now. And it's not a bad one, to be honest. I mean, there's not much actual overtaking. But, I mean, you're sitting there knowing that at any moment, somebody could be alongside somebody, and it's quite fun. It would just be even better if they actually got alongside. Which I think is destined to happen at some point, as now we see them about to fly into the spoon curve again. Happyman takes it. Nico takes it. Insult takes it. Then through part 2. Insult wearing the number 5. I don't know if that's an actual driver number. I don't think reserves are assigned numbers. That's interesting. Yes, now, I mean, look at the mist, man. I wanna see somebody else discuss the details of the strategy. As now, yeah, Insult got much better corner exit there, but I mean, as he shifts up through the gears more, he's getting loose. But now, actually, he's gonna try to go past Nico here. He chooses the outside. That was bold. And now they're still side by side. There's a yellow flag, I think, for Istra spun. But we need to stick with this action, because this is interesting. As now they're still side by side, and they're about to go through the S's together. No, Nico must have gotten a worse exit, or he's waiting for the S's to get back past, because Insult has made an overtake. And I think Fristroyer has crashed, or done something, because he's boxed for new wets. There was only a yellow flag for him, and then he boxed. So I don't know what's wrong. Insult now has his shot at trying to catch Happy Man, his countryman. He's now 6 seconds ahead. Only him spinning would prevent a win from him, which, let's be honest, probably won't happen, as Nico and Insult alongside, going into the hairpin. Insult stays in front, and EX3 is gaining on this party the whole time. Well, I believe maybe friend of Nico said Nico turning into Happy Man. Oh, now EX3 on the back of Nico. Oh, wait, what happened to 6 TV? He's got a track limits penalty. At this point, it doesn't matter, though, because of how far in front he is, as now EX3 and Nico. Oh, Nico's gone off the track, trying to defend his position, and that's not helpful to him. Ole 6 is also now getting close to Nico, and Nico's just falling away. Meanwhile, Insult's actually keeping pace with Happy Man. Something tells me Nico is holding the train back. EX3 now sets off after Insult. I think EX3 can end up getting P2 in this race. Well, 6 if you have any confidence knocks now or any anxiety. Now that he's gone off. Does he have another warning after that even? He got a warning on the second lap. Only one thing on the first lap. It was a warning for EX3. Then he got another one. Then he got another one. Then he got a penalty. What other warnings are there? I mean, Kevin O'Reilly has some stuff, but it doesn't matter. Frizz has 2 warnings. He's got one more and then he's busted. I think EX3 and Edwin, both Red Bull drivers have 2. And I think Nico may have... Yeah, Nico's on 2 as well. I probably should have been looking at the race this whole time, because things probably... Yeah, things definitely happened. Nico is behind Ole now. That's on me, viewers. Happy Man is now on par with 6 TV, I'm realizing. Yeah, like, what's this lap time about to be? A 1:46.289. Happy Man's about to set 1:46.468. Yeah, I take it back. He gained some time. Nico now boxes. I think he's struggling. I think it's safe to say that maybe something else happened. And what is about to go down at this pit stop? He comes into the pit lane. It doesn't appear they're changing a front wing or anything. Will goes past. Will keep himself in this race after being, I think, some sort of spin situation, a skill issue. Oh, he spiked! Going in 4K! Mr. William, you have just embarrassed yourself. And now Nico goes sailing back past him. First gets a penalty. He's busting on his final warning. As Edwin also goes past him, so something tells me he went wide and got a warning. And Edwin's just allegedly set the fastest per sector. Does he have new wets? I thought he has new wets, so it's not too far off. Nico could try to set something like that though now, because he's also a new compound of tire of the wet compound. And A yellow flag, I think Will's gone off again. Yeah, it's not going well for him. And I'm gonna keep an eye on him because in situations like this, he likes to cause full course safety cars. So I'm gonna make sure he doesn't do that again. Oh, Happy Man, wow. That was close. Yeah, I think Insult's making less mistakes than Happy Man and is closing the gap. We could see another overtake here, and we could have a new base in ICR. Maybe I mean, with the pace he has right now, we'd love to see Insult around more. Maybe take on a full-time role if anybody leaves. Yeah, Insult's definitely gaining on him. This could be the fight that happens later on. I think Happy Man's corner exit is better. Insult's diving farther in on the corners. That's kind of what I do as well, to be honest. As now, yeah, 60 is just pulling away from Happy Man. 8 seconds now is the gap. Meanwhile, right behind, somebody's within 6/10 of him. Oh, what was that? That needs to be a warning, please. Yep, okay. Rightfully so. And now, and he didn't even gain much from it either. He's actually gained a tenth. He's half a second now. EX3 is gaining a little bit on them as well, or keeping it around the same. Or they're the same towards EX3, and I don't know what's going on now. Edwin's fallen off. Varun and Nico got past him. I think he boxed though. Yeah, I think Nico just got past him, but Varun hasn't boxed yet. Nico sets the fastest lap, topping 6 at TV. We're on lap 11 out of 27. Not much is happening right now. Everybody that finishes is gonna get points. Something needs to liven this race up, such as it becoming dry, which causes drama with the strategy, or something. Or the leader crashes and this becomes a battle for the win. Appears to have not gained as much on lost someone Happy on this lap. Meanwhile, EX3 is taking around 4 seconds to half a sec, or 4/10 to half a second out on them. So he's making moves. I think Happy One's boxed. He has. I mean, at this point, everybody's gonna have to make at least one stop. Unless somebody attempts to pull the Esteban Ocon, because as the regulations say, you do not need to box for a new tire compound in wet weather conditions. Happy Man exits the pit line in P6. Nobody near him really, as I think Edwin is just going past Varun, who also boxed essentially an Alpine double stack. And Edwin now in P7. Happy Man is in P6. He's only 3 seconds behind Nico. Edwin is 6 seconds behind him. And now Insult just has to drive on his own. He did it with Happy Man in front of him, somebody to chase, but can he do it when he's on his own? Like others? I don't think so. Man, 6 Latifi can do it on his own. I mean, look at the man. He's 11 seconds ahead of anybody. Theoretically, he's edged out a second a lap on everybody else in this race, and Will sets the fastest lap of the race now. I'll tell you what, he's etched down a 30-second gap between himself and second to last. There's no yellow flag. Oh, Frizz. I think Frizz spun. I think Frizz has spun on his own going into the braking. Has he lost any part of his car? It does not appear so. A bit wacky to rejoin the track right there. That tells me he definitely lost it on the braking, but didn't hit anything miraculously as the leader pits. EX3 pits, Ole pits. What is Insult doing here waiting so long? I think he's gaining nothing from it. He's just getting himself undercut as he goes off the circuit. Now, EX3 and Ole come out of the pit lane. 60 is already out of it. Nico into P3. And to be honest, his gamble's paid off. He gained so much back being on new wet tires, which is why I think Insult's making a big mistake, because we've seen the undercut is already strong on this game itself. In wet weather conditions, it appears to be even more strong. He was in P8 when he boxed. He's in P3 now. Now, that's going to all get taken back because his pace is not as strong as the people near him. But still, and Frizz is retired in the pit lane. Hopefully it was in the pit lane. Yeah, his car is still moving. He definitely retired in the pit lane. That means everybody gets at least 2 points that finishes. As now Will nowhere near any other car. Insult is only 8 seconds in front of 6 Latifi, and that gap is dropping. He needs to box now. He's been out there for way too long. That was close. I just realized Nico's only 4 seconds behind his teammate now. Mate, if he'd boxed a bit earlier, he could have been even closer. The undercut really has worked, but at the same time, now Nico's tires are going to be down there. At lap 23, they're going to be 14 laps old. They're going to have 18 lap old wets at the end, which I don't think is possible, because look at Insult, he's struggling with 12 lap olds. Oh, well, he's staying out one more. I don't know what he's trying to do here, if he's trying to go for some wild zero-stop strategy on wet compounds. Or he's trying to wait out a weather change. That could be a clue into the future weather of this race. He's waiting a weather change. As now, Happy Man is going to try to get past Nico here. He's already much quicker on the straight. And he goes down the inside. Nico, even on the fresher, or actually no, Happy Man now is the fresher tires. And he's passed. And Nico's about to start dropping. Well, actually, EX3 6 seconds behind him, so he won't drop too soon. Happy Man collecting himself good points on his rivals, though. EX3 is minimizing the damage of 6 Latifi existing. Oh god, mate. Insult's losing so much time. He really can't do it when he's on the Warren compound or when he's on his own. Yeah, 6 Latifi is becoming very, very visible. As now, to the right, left. I must say the graphics with the rain here are very good. Not much to commentate on. But, I mean, let's talk about some theoreticals and ask ourselves some questions. I mean, who's going to win this race? Probably 6 Latifi. Unless Insult puts up some crazy defense that takes him out of the race, which probably won't happen. Oh, Insult! Oh my god! He definitely had a moment there, heart-in-the-mouth moment, and yeah, you can tell because 6 Latifi gained half a second. He's now on his gearbox! Gained 3 seconds in under a lap. Probably even more within an actual lap. As now... Oh, they both got off the track! I think Insult may have turned in there! They've both gone off the track! Unbelievable! I mean, it really won't matter because 6 Latifi is miles ahead of anybody else. But... that's questionable. 6 Latifi May want to be careful around this insult now. Now 60 trying to go back past insult. He's got it much easier here, being on the straight. Yeah, and he's passed. No problem. Waited for the best part. The easiest part to make an overtake. And now I wonder if insult will box. He's gotten a track limits penalty from the excursion while fighting 60 Yeah, he boxes. He's called it a day on these wets. He's going to retire his current compound of tire and put on something more fresh and try to chase everyone down. Ole 06 gets a corner cutting penalty. Oh, what's happening with Varun? I think he's locked with Edwin. Yeah, look at this. I turn to him, and his wheel is turned half to the left while he's trying to turn right, and there's a collision as one tries to enter the pit lane and the other doesn't. Interesting tactics, as somebody would once say. As somebody wants to write a book on. As now Varun past insult coming out of the pit lane. Ole and Nico scrapping. I think Ole's caught up to Nico. And it definitely appears so, because Ole is now in front. I'm gonna check the positions again. Yeah, let's see the biggest mover so far. Varun started last. He's up to P6. I'm pretty sure he boxed as well. Nico. Yeah, no, Insult's the biggest faller down. But he's also boxed, so he'll probably stay neutral to his starting position eventually. I forget if it was P4 or P3, but he'll be around there as time goes on. Nico, down a bunch. Ole is also actually tied with Vern. He's in the P4 right now, but he has a track limits penalty. EX3, also a big mover, done well. Him and Ole are ones with natural pace. They fought for wins a couple times now, actually. And another big mover. Well, all the movers have moved down quite a bit. Nico's down 3 positions. Edwin's down 3. Will is down 3. Will's just had a treacherous day. I think an overtake's been made. Insult on Varun. As Nico pits again. For the final 10 laps, he'll be on a new set of wets. And he is now the biggest mover by far. Down. Did he not change positions? I think he went from 4 to 5. And Insult went from 4 to 2. Everybody's made 1 stop except for Nico and Edwin, who have made 2. Interesting from them. They're ready to go the final 10 laps on these new wet tires. As the rain appears, it won't stop anytime soon. Really was a nail in the coffin. I think we would have had more excitement if the DRS was on. But it's a shame at this point. As EX3 is not too far off of Happy Man, actually. If either of them get a warning, it's probably over for the battle for P2 for them. Ole is not too far off of EX3, but I think he's been losing time on him. No safety cars this race. It's how it was in Belgium. Not much action for the FIA this week, probably. Not the X3s. I mean, he's staying relatively the same. Will he be able to make it all up in 10 laps? Is the big question. Will a safety car is what everybody needs right now. Everybody needs that lifeline thrown to them. But it won't be given, likely. That's the thing. Oh, Varun! Moments like that are what keep you awake in this kind of race. Now, anybody getting close to anybody, I think EX3 could actually try to make a move on Happy Man for P2. Pretty sure both of them are on 2 warnings, so let's check it. Yeah, EX3's on 2 warnings. Is Happy Man on 2 warnings, though? Is Happy Man on 1 warning, even? No, he is not. That is quite funny. Happy Man has driven what's a near perfect race. Six and Steeper may have gotten a track penalty, but he has controlled this thing. That won't be a Grand Slam for him, because Insult lets him lapse. Speaking of Insult, what's happened? What's happened? Will's crashed and it's a virtual safety car. Will this get upgraded to a full safety car? Thing is, I don't think so. It is! The safety car, the yellow dot has popped up on the map. A safety car, the field will be condensed. And Will has given us our prayers from around 2 laps ago have been answered. Wait, yeah, the safety car's out there. It's just not showing the graphic yet. If you look in the bottom right corner, the yellow dot's out there. Yeah, it's a safety car. And I think, yep, people are boxing as we speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. I have joined the commentary box because I am washed, I have DNF'd, and I want something else to do. And your current commentator has died. I'm much better than Aubrey anyway. That's why I'm here. Safety car deployed because I am washed. Oh, hello.
Wait, no way. Did I deafen myself? Have I really been?
You deafened and muted yourself for the past minute.
Oh, for the past minute, thank God. I thought I deafened myself the whole race.
You might have done actually, 1 second. Give me a minute.
Yes, please. Oh, fuck.
Stand by.
What? Oh, stand by. Okay. I remember, I think at one point, at least, it's only... on lap 12 I had it, so it can't have been long. Lap 14 I had it on.
Yeah, you were undefinite. Lap 11 you might have been deafened.
crashed. I was only in deafened while I was silent, so thankfully.
Oh no.
I'm gonna.
Fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna move my headset controller, and I'm gonna move the controller that's plugged into my headset back to my desk and not touch it at all. Thank God, mate. That scared me. Okay. Either way, yeah, we have a safety car. I'd assume you're spectating. I'd assume you're spectating. Can you hear me? Oh God. Hello?
Right. Oh, we both undeafened at the exact same time there.
Yeah, I didn't know you were deafened in the first place. I was like testing to see if I deafened myself again. Yeah. Okay.
No,
I'm just gonna hope. Okay. Yeah, we need to hope that doesn't happen again.
Oh, this really
Alright,
blew my
so
mind.
what do you think? Let's talk. Let's. Hold on.
Let's talk racing.
Yeah, let's talk. What have you seen so far?
Track is. The older your tires get, like, the more and more slippery it gets. Like,
Yeah, I've seen that.
as soon as your
people
tires reach like 30%, you need to box pretty much.
Yeah, the 12 laps is what I saw people doing.
A lot of people, I think, have planned to do a one stop, but like mid-race have just decided to do a two stop because it's undoubtedly quicker, especially with the safety car now as well.
Now I think everybody's done a two-stop because, well, the conditions have changed. Yeah, some people have done. Nico's boxed 3 times because he's actually elected to put the intermediate tire on.
That's brave because Mark has told. Well, it's not Mark, is it? It's Jeff. No, it is Mark. It's Mark.
It's Mark.
Yeah, okay, it is
Okay,
Mark.
Continue.
Said that, and in qualifying, the weather said the same thing. It was going to be wet all race, so that is a really interesting bold move that Nico's made there. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the right one.
Now let's ask you a question. Did you cause Crashgate?
No, I spun.
Okay.
When I crash, why does everybody think I crash gate? Like,
Nobody
what have
actually
I got
does.
to
We
win
just troll you.
from crashing here? Anyway, safety car
Oh.
is coming in this lap.
Yep. Thank you for causing that crash, by the way, because I was about to fall asleep beforehand. Okay.
You take the start.
Happy Man getting very close to 6 TV. He has the Adam start time. Or Adam start type. Oh, yep, and Happy Man has not gone away well. Oh, 6 TV has gone off the track! He's gone off the track! Happy Man is past him! EX3 is past him! These two back at the front! Like they were in seasons 1 and 2, as now they go side by side to the first corner. EX3's gone off the track, allowed 6 TV back through, and gotten a track limits penalty, all in the same moment. As now he's side by side with 6 TV. Oh,
he spun!
EX3, you've cost yourself dearly by going off the track. 6 TV, I mean 6 TV probably turned in there though. That's the thing.
Well, whatever happened there, EX3's down to last. He's now 10 seconds, and pretty much I don't think a safety car will come out for the rest of this race. I think
Wild.
he is done for.
What's wild is they were championship rivals.
Can Happy Man hold off 6 Latifi for the remaining 5-6 laps?
I don't think he'll hold him off, but what I think will happen is, can he keep it within 3 seconds?
That is a good point. Happy Man on
And
0 warnings.
will he keep it within 8 seconds? Because that could be a 5-second penalty and a penalty point coming 6 TV's way.
Well, we can only see it on first glance. We'll have to look at the replay after the race, but 6 TV is keeping very close behind Happy Man. Happy Man, very sketchy coming out of Spoon Corner. And 6 TV deploying his ERS. So is Happy Man. They're going to go side by side into 130R. 6 TV on the outside. They do make contact. Happy Man has spun himself round. Ow! And that is the second time in one lap 6 Latifi has been involved in 2 incidents on the same lap,
Now,
both resulting in his rivals spinning out to last place.
he could have himself a very juicy 10 seconds worth of penalties in one lap, which would give Ole an insult.
Is it Ole's to lose now? That's the other question you've now got to ask, because Six Latifi has put himself stuck in a bit of rut here.
Yes, indeed. And I wonder what will happen. It will be interesting no matter what we see, as Edwin has also persevered throughout this entire race and got himself back up to P4. Varun in P5, Nico in P6, however he's probably only... I think they're in a transition point between tire compounds right now.
So, yeah, Nico, I was going to say, is on the Inters, but he is hanging in there with Varun. He's not losing time, but he isn't really gaining much either, so...
Now, what's interesting is that he'd be probably much quicker than Varun on a regular day, which is why I think it's, like, not...
It's probably still more wet, because you can see the puddles either side of the racing line, which normally indicates it is full wet tyres, and Nico, by looking at his steering, by looking at his telemetry, he's not having a good time handling the car. He is dropping back a bit now, but it doesn't look like it is the most comfortable car
Varun's gone off the track
to handle right now. Varun, as you said, has gone off the track.
And Nico's appears to be more controlled than Varun still, though. He a bit more controlled, shows that he's a bit better, more superior. As Ole, keeping it near Six Latifi. He just needs to hang in there and he'll have, I think it'll be his 4th ICR victory.
The difference with this Ole, though, is he has a 3-second time penalty. Happy Man didn't. So, in terms of advantage with the in-game time penalties, he doesn't have one.
Yeah, so he's currently in P2.
The gap is a second. Insult is hanging in there. Varun is going for a move on Edwin, and he's got past the Red Bull. Going into turn 1, Alpine up into P4. Edwin is not going to fight that one anymore.
Try to hang in there, but I don't think he will as he gets a bit out of shape. And Nico closing in on these two now.
Yeah, Edwin didn't pit under the safety car. His tyres are 8 laps old. Everyone else's are 4 laps old. So he's an anomaly, and Nico, of course, is another anomaly on the intermediate tyres. And yet, as you said, he is hanging in there. But is it fast enough to get to the front if he does eventually overtake these guys?
So that's my opinion, though. Let me see. Let's see the track limit situation right now.
Oh, Nico! Oh, a gap opened up for him. Oh, he is going for the outside line. But he loses the rear.
He drifts. No,
the gap opened up for him, then it closed, then it opened again. He had to take a bit of grass going into the corner. I don't think that helped regarding his brake locking situation. But that has lost him time. It's lost Edwin time as well.
Yeah, Ole dropping back a bit more. But he still should be alright. How many warnings is Six Latifi on? That's what we need to see at this point. How much does Ole have any? Ole's on none right now. He got his penalty. Six Latifi got his penalty.
He's got his penalty and there's no more.
Him and Ole are both on 0. Insult behind is on 1. No, actually he's also on 0. Oh, what's this on here? Lab 18, Asus 296, AlphaTauri terminal damage, DNF.
Moving on. EX3, and Happy Man as well. We've not noticed this. They're right behind Nico and Edwin.
This just shows that they're still very good because they caught up to these two, and Edwin could try to stall for his teammate. Or he could cause mass chaos with his teammate like he did earlier on with Ole 6.
Well, this will be very interesting. What will Edwin do in this situation? Because really, he must let EX3 overtake them both at the same point in time, really, because he is a quicker driver.
He'll try to let Nico not get past, but he'll try to have to get EX3 to get past. It'll be a whole thing. He's gonna have to try to get enough distance between him and Nico. We'll have to back Nico into EX3, get away from Nico. Oh, but
Nico goes for the dive on the inside.
Punted Edwin off as well, potentially, because Edwin's gone deep into the corner, and now EX3 has gone past Edwin as well. Edwin's lost 2 positions. Can EX3 now be a helper and try to get both of them past Nico? Or will
both using ERS and Spoon. EX3 is on the inside. He does hang back, though, and I do think that is the sensible option. Thing is, if he does clear Nico, they're very similar on pace. This will give us a good tyre representative as well in the conditions that we're running. But if Wets are quicker than Inters, will he be able to pull that 3-second gap side by side into 130R? EX3 hands back once again.
Collision there in the last couple of laps. Yeah, Happy Man now on the back of this.
Indeed is. He'll look to get past Edwin, of course, unlike EX3. He has no time penalties. EX3 all over the back of Nico. Fighting for P5. Is he going to go for the inside? He's going to go for the outside line into turn 1. They are wheel to wheel down the main straight, and he's going to take the outside line. And his wet tyres get the better of Nico's Inters. He's up into P5.
Yep, and Edwin now. Yeah, he's not gaining any time back on Nico. He's being swarmed by Happy Man, actually. And EX3, I think this is as far as he'll get in this race. Let's not forget he has a penalty as well. It's EX3, he'll probably try to get it removed.
Yeah, there's 3 seconds to the room, but there's only 2 laps left, so he's going to have to try and get the distance between himself and Nico.
He'll
Happy
also
Man
try to
wants
argue.
get past Edwin and Nico as well.
He'll also try to argue that he did not deliberately shunt you on your second qualifying lap.
Well, that is for later, isn't it?
Yes, that was interesting though. I want to talk about that a little bit because that was just... wow.
We've got this battle for P5 at the minute. It looks like it's all behaving at the minute, but up at front, Ole's hanging in with the GP as well. Insult is as well. So that's very interesting. Happy Man, is going for a dive on Edwin. He might have got damage there. He did hit the back of the Red Bull. I don't know if it's damage worthy. They're still side by side going through Spoon. Happy Man doesn't have any visible damage. Stays behind Edwin. Edwin's managed to keep the position. He's going to go... Well, he's not going to go side by side into 130R because he's already passed before 130R. He's up into P7.
Retraction from him. Yep, that is how it is. It is what it is. Yeah, we start the final lap of this race, actually. We're almost there. Ole and Insel, as it stands, have the same amount of time penalties as Six TV. At this point, it's all up to the stewards room. Will they reprimand Six TV? A 5-second penalty would drop him, I believe, right now. Let's go to leader gap.
P3.
To P3. And to be honest, realistically, there's no way he gets dropped to P4 unless he gets 2 other collision penalties. Which I don't think. I think he caused 1 other collision and not 2. So realistically, he will, likely be on the bottom step of the podium. But I watched the EX3 crash. Oh, he's almost lost it.
He's managed to hold it
That
low.
was close.
At the back, the distances between the cars has dissipated quite a bit. Edwin is still sort of on the back of Happy Man, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a move done anytime soon. So really, from now on, as they go through Spoon Curve, it's all eyes on the front. Six Latifi has dominated this race.
It really has. It won't be a Grand Slam because he didn't lead every lap. But he for sure has dominated. Paul, I think he may have the fastest lap. You may have the fastest lap, actually. I don't know if you still have it.
No, he did steal it from me.
Okay. Yeah, but he's going to round the chicane. Oh, yeah, well, he's loose. He's at the end, and he'll be glad to be at the end because he is struggling for sure. And he rounds the final corner. And he crosses the line to win the race. Oleo 6 right behind, 8/10 away. Insult around 7/10 behind that. And we have Varun coming around the final corner now. Oh, yeah, everybody is just struggling, trying to get there, just make it. Yep, EX3 then. He has a track limit penalty. Happy Man got past Nico in the meantime. And they all crossed the line right there. But Happy Man did what I didn't think he would do in my mind personally, and actually closed the gap to Nico and got past in a Valtteri Bottas type of way at the very end.
Well, fair play to him, because we all closed him off on that move, but he did manage to get it in the end, and it was right at the end, the final corner, so well done to him. That is the podium. Six Latifi provisionally stands on the top step. Will that stay? Will it go? We'll have to find out until the stewards may have to get the say in who goes where in the standings. Oleo 6, P2. Can he snatch the race win? If the stewards get involved and then insult the reserve driver, is in P3, might be promoted to P2, but the race is finished. The win is still wide open though. That is definitely not decided. The stewards will definitely be having a say on who will be taking the top step of that podium. Run us through the order.
Stewards, I hate those guys. 6 TP, P1. Ole, P2. Insult, P3. Varun, P4. EX3, P5. Happy Man, P6. Nico, P7. Those three dropped a bit. They'll be disappointed with the results today. Edwin, P8. And then running through the list of DNFs, starting with Will, P9. First Royer, P10. And Gavin O'Reilly, P10. Or P11, sorry.
Indeed, 3 DNFs in this race. Fitzgerald, of course, with his 6 seconds of time penalties mid-race, wasn't going to go anywhere. I don't know what happened to Kevin O'Reilly, but for the remaining drivers that stayed in the race, made it entertaining. I know it was just 8, but just 8 definitely did not disappoint in terms of action on the track.
Well, thanks for tuning in and watching with ICR this week, and we hope to see you again next weekend. Where we actually, I think we're revealing the new calendar spots for the next race, aren't we?
Yep.
Alright, well, keep tuned for that. Au revoir.